from the station working for you. This is WRTV News at 11, streaming now.
And good evening to you here at 11 o'clock. Tonight, Indianapolis City County councilors are united in their support for a statewide ban on conversion therapy.
The practice focuses on young LGBTQ people trying to change their sexual orientation, gender identity, or both. It is already banned in 20 other states. Last month, State Senator J.D. Ford and State Representative Sue Arrington announced identical bills that would ban conversion therapy for Hoosiers under the age of 18. New at 11, WRTV's Cornelius Hawker shows you why a group with personal experience is supporting the ban in Indiana.
These are just a few of the countless health and professional organizations that have taken a stance against conversion therapy, saying it's dangerous and should be outlawed because of the lasting impact it has on those who survive it.
That's where really depression and suicidality comes in. Why the suicide rate for so many youth who go through these programs is because they blame themselves. They didn't try hard enough. They're not able to fix the problem.
Matthew Shurka knows about this firsthand because from 16 to 21, he went through conversion therapy with so-called therapists telling Matthew he was gay because of this.
They said it was because I was too close to my mother and my sisters, being the youngest of three, and not spending enough time with my dad. And this is something we hear from survivors all across Indiana and the United States.
Matthew tells me those in charge of his therapy practiced a lot of pseudoscience, making him do odd things that had a great impact on him.
I wasn't allowed to speak to my mom and my sisters for 3 years. And I was instructed by the therapist to do that as a way to understand my role of male and female.
While not from Indiana, his experience is similar to many Hoosiers. It's why he and the organization he co-founded, Born Perfect, is throwing their support behind a pair of identical bills put forth last month that would ban conversion therapy for Hoosiers under the age of 18.
We want to make sure we can not put kids in harm's way.
We'll often say it takes a village to raise a family or to raise a child. And it's so important that that village is supportive of the child, regardless of who they are.
Indianapolis Councilor Keith Potts, along with some of his colleagues, are behind a resolution brought up during Monday night's council meeting supporting a ban on conversion therapy.
It's simply a way for our council to use its voice to support legislation that protects Hoosier children.
The Marion County resolution was passed unanimously.
While our resolution at the council tonight is not a law, it's a declaration of our values, it's important that we talk more and more clearly about our values and how we think they should play out.
Having that clarity makes, be brought forward is, I think, important just as a highlight to Indiana, making sure those LGBT kids are protected.
Working for you, Cornelius Hawker, WRTV.
And for the conversion therapy ban to become law, the bills must first be heard by committees in the House and Senate. We will keep track and let you know what happens. Similar legislation was filed back in 2019, but it did not get a hearing.
More funding is approved to help people in Marion County make rent. Tonight, the City County Council unanimously passed a proposal to allocate $29 million in federal money to rental assistance. Officials are now working to make sure the Indy Rent Assistance portal and application system is in compliance with federal guidelines. The council also approved up to $10 million for local paycheck protection program loans.
Almost a year into the pandemic, Hoosiers have seen how important it is to have skills and a resume ready to go to land a job. And there's help available, especially for those who are starting out. Tonight in Hiring Hoosiers, WRTV's Cameron Riddle shows us how a program is helping young people turn passion into a plan.
As thousands of Hoosiers look for work in a pandemic, the Youth Employment Services Program, better known as YES, is helping Hoosiers 16 to 24 find a job.
You may not know where you're going to go, but you know your passion, you want to do something different, and then it's up to us to help you navigate your way.
Julie Barrett is the Workforce Development Manager at the Martindale-Brightwood Community Development Corporation. Her job is to help people looking for work find a field they are interested in and then see what skills they need to land a job and turn it into a career.
That's our goal. Now we're not miracle workers, but together we can get, etch out a pathway.
Maybe the staff at Yes Indy aren't miracle workers, but 25-year-old Rico Smith says they are absolutely life changers. The father of two enrolled in the program a year and a half ago. While working at a warehouse, he was looking for a job in trucking, a job he always wanted to turn into a career.
They put me towards the job lead with Palmer Trucks, and I did some training with them for maybe 2 months, and I've been hired with them. I've been working there for maybe a month now as a driver, a parts delivery driver.
Through working with the YES program, which is part of the city's initiative Employ Indy, Smith has been able to obtain 4 different forklift certifications while working to climb the company ladder from trainee to parts delivery driver and someday soon, professional truck driver.
A lot of people want to move forward, but they don't know what step to take or what to do first.
Getting to that first step and beyond is the daily mission for Barrett, who believes helping guys like Rico creates more stories of success and less of tragedy. While she's ready to help anyone who needs it, Barrett says success through her comes with tough love.
You can't bring me no bull. Don't do that. We are all about trying to make sure you are set up for success.
Cameron Riddle, WRTV.
The Yes Indy program is specifically for Hoosiers who are 16 to 24 years old and out of school. You can learn more about the Yes Indy program by going to yesindy317.org. We will have a link to it on our website at WRTV.com.
Searching for her son's killer. It's a situation that too many Indianapolis mothers find themselves in. Tonight, some are sharing their pain in hopes that it leads to justice.
It's torture. It's absolute torture. And the fact that somebody would take him in broad daylight is unfathomable. And if they do it to my child, they'll do it again.
Someone shot and killed Loretta Hyder's 19-year-old son, Cameron Turner, in last November of the year. It was 2 weeks before his birthday. It happened at 12:30 in the afternoon on Tuxedo Street near 13th Street on the east side of the city. Hyder is calling on the community to get the killer off the street.
When it's your family, you want them to talk. So that's all I ask. Look at my son and realize that it could be your child. Broad daylight. It wasn't as if he was somewhere that he shouldn't be. He was around by a friend's house. It wasn't as if it was midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning. It was 12:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday. He's minding his own business. I am extremely destroyed inside. And I just need a little help. Just from one person. All I need is that one person to say something that can change this entire case and be able to help my family.
Hyder stressed that she wants her son's killer caught, not just for herself, but so that they cannot hurt anyone else in the future.
The family of 25-year-old Darrell Brown is also making a plea to the public. Brown died after someone shot him 1 week ago in the parking lot of his apartment complex near 30th Street and German Church Road. Relatives say after graduating from Lawrence North, he joined the Army. He was recently stationed in Hawaii and honorably discharged following a back injury. Brown's mother says he leaves a 1-year-old daughter behind.
She got to grow without her father. You have to explain to her why her father was murdered. So nobody's had to go through that. Nobody. And like I said, whoever killed my son, they gonna get caught. They gonna get caught. It's not right. It's not right at all.
IMPD says there are no updates on this case right now. If you have information about any homicide in Indianapolis, you can call Crime Stoppers anonymously at 317-262-TIPS.
Now to the latest on the COVID crisis. The State Department of Health is reporting 16 new deaths. That brings the total since the start of the pandemic to 9,613 people. There are 1,733 new positive cases. And as of Sunday, there were 1,594 COVID-19 patients statewide. That's up slightly from Saturday.
And more than 96,000 Hoosiers ages 65 to 69 have already scheduled appointments to get their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. That is according to the State Department of Health. Today is the first day of eligibility in Indiana for people in that age group. Hoosiers age 70 or older, long-term care residents, first responders, and healthcare workers are also still eligible. You can schedule an appointment by going to ourshot.in.gov or by calling 211. Another location capable of vaccinating hundreds of Hoosiers per day is open in Hamilton County. A vaccine site is now set up in Exhibition Hall at the 4-H Fairgrounds in Noblesville. This week, 1,200 doses will be administered there. Officials say the space can be converted to vaccinate 3,500 to 5,000 people a week. That all depends on supply and staffing.
The empty tables that you see are our ability to ramp up and how extensively we can ramp up. Should more vaccine allocations become available, we can expand greatly, probably triple to quadruple our capacity that we're currently outputting.
A mass vaccination site in Fishers opened last week at a former Marsh building on 116th Street. The Fishers Health Department says that location has the capacity to vaccinate 1,600 people per day. Kevin.
Well, are you ready for this? Where and when temperatures will be as cold as 5 below zero?
I know it's a good birthday present. Yeah. Real nice birthday present.
Coming up, an Indiana woman receives a priceless gift for her 100th birthday. And next.
You know, it's really the opportunity of a lifetime, whether you've written 10, 20 plays before or whether this is your first.
Why some local artists will not have to worry about money this year as they bring their visions to life at an annual festival. We'll be right back.
Gigs. Switch today.
From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at 11, streaming now.
Did you know that Indianapolis is home to an annual festival exclusively for African-American playwrights? It's called Onyx Fest, and we're putting it in the spotlight tonight as it offers what organizers call an opportunity of a lifetime.
One of the biggest obstacles to getting a play produced is finding the money for it.
In the coming months, a few aspiring writers will be able to take their words from the page to the stage without facing that huge hurdle.
If you are chosen, we're going to provide the venue. We're going to provide royalties to the writer. We're going to provide a stipend for the director and for all of the actors involved. We're going to help assist with the set design and creation. We're going to help in the wardrobe category. And last but far from least, we're going to help in the all-important marketing area.
Vernon Williams is director of Onyx Fest 2021. He's also a playwright himself.
I was fortunate enough to have a play in 2019 that was produced as a part of Onyx Fest entitled The Price of Progress, the Indiana Avenue IUPUI story. And then most recently in 2020, the play Being Black.
For Being Black, Williams worked with director Tajuddin Raleigh. He's been part of the Indianapolis art scene for more than a decade.
You know, when you study something, it's more than just entertainment. It's a craft.
He wears many hats: director, actor, teacher, and more. Raleigh has been a part of many projects, even writing and producing an original musical called Believer. He and Williams say Onyx Fest is a special showcase for African-American artists.
Definitely a safe space. I mean, it's everything. It's not even just about art. It's about black people in general needing that support.
It is a specific problem for African Americans and black and brown people trying to get their stories told. And then you have people who make decisions who decide that that's not the story they want to be involved with. And if those are the money people, it can be constraining. So to have something that exists that won't put those kind of constraints on creativity is really a rare situation.
Williams encourages applicants to use their imagination and experiences to help paint a kaleidoscope of the Black experience.
And everything doesn't have to be real profound. It's okay to have a comedy, a musical, a dance-oriented production, one that focuses largely on spoken word. We want to bring all the richness that is Black culture and life to the stage in this theater project.
For those who are hesitant to apply, Rowley shares this message.
Believe, look yourself in the mirror and make yourself believe. And focus on, what originally sparked your story and why you're writing it. Because I'm sure it's probably to help people or to spread some awareness or to open someone's eyes to something.
Submissions must be one-act plays that have never been produced and approximately 45 minutes to 1 hour. A jury of theater professionals will read each script and pick 5 winners. The deadline is February 28th. You can apply at onyxfest.com. And if you'd like to watch the 2020 Onyx Fest productions, go to butlerartscenter.org.
New tonight, an Indiana woman received a life-changing gift for a milestone birthday. Mildred Grassman received her second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine today, and it's her 100th birthday. When she received her first dose a few weeks ago, she mentioned that her follow-up appointment was on her special day, so volunteer nurse Claire Gammon, who gave Mildred both vaccines, organized a surprise celebration.
When Mildred came in today to get her vaccine, they played Happy Birthday across the loudspeaker. And of course she had a mask on, so we didn't really get to see her face light up, but I imagine under that mask that she was completely surprised.
Well, I never had anything like that in my life. I feel like a queen. To get all this attention, oh, that's wonderful. I'll never forget.
This is at an Ascension St. Vincent clinic in Evansville. Pharmacists say Mildred could not celebrate her birthday with friends and family who have not been vaccinated yet, so they were excited to make the day special for her. And Kevin, it looks like she enjoyed it. Happy birthday to Mildred.
That is awesome. Hopefully she gets superpowers from that vaccine. 732 days. You have to go back to the end of January 2019 to find the temperature dropping below zero in Indianapolis. On that particular morning, we dropped to 6 below zero. We'll only have to wait a few more days. It looks like Sunday or Monday morning. This happens to be Monday morning, where I think the core of the coldest air will be over central Indiana. 5 below. Up toward Monticello, Logansport, Peru, Marion, 0 in the metro area. As we get closer, the roll will be, will we have clear skies? How strong will the wind be? And if there's snow cover left on the ground, that'll help determine things. Snow is letting up in New York City on toward Boston. That's a good thing. They've had 15.3 inches in Central Park's first time in 5 years. They've had a foot or more. 15.3 inches of snow today. Indianapolis, we've just had 10.7 for the winter. As you look at tomorrow, we're not going to have any precipitation, a dry day, temperatures in the lower 30s, and that wind will be out of the northwest to make it feel much colder than 30 degrees. You dress for the teens. There are your temperatures as we go into Wednesday. The change from tomorrow to Wednesday, a little more consistent sunshine. Wednesday's highs a couple degrees warmer at 35. Next weather system, that arrives Thursday. There we are first thing in the morning on Thursday, 7 a.m. just west of the state line. Any wintry mix changes over to rain before we get too far into the day. And then once that pulls away, the Arctic blast is set to arrive. That will drive our temperatures down. 31 Friday, not bad. 29 Saturday, and the bottom falls out after that. 11 on Sunday morning. Temperatures Monday struggling just to get to double digits, and again sets up the cold morning where temperatures will be below zero in many spots on Monday. 7-day forecast. Don't forget, he gets his big day tomorrow. Punxsutawney will come out and try and see his shadow, which he usually does because there's so many TV cameras and lights and flashes and stuff. He is a paparazzi target right now. 35 as we go to Wednesday, partly sunny. That mix turns to all rain Thursday. 42 degrees will seem like a heat wave. Once we get to the weekend, any moisture that's around Saturday and Sunday will be in the form of snow showers. We'll squeeze out every last drop as that Arctic air arrives. Temperatures on Monday, a high of 8 degrees. That's the high. Mark.
All right, come on, Puxatawny. Deliver for us. All right, thanks, Kevin, for that. WRTV's Hiring Hoosiers initiative is committed to connecting you to job opportunities. A San Francisco-based company plans to create nearly 1,000 jobs in central Indiana over the next 5 years. Stitch Fix, Inc. is an online personal styling service. Now, according to a tax incentive agreement signed by state officials in recent weeks, the company plans to invest more than $19 million in existing warehouses in Plainfield. Stitch Fix has more than 3 million clients and operates warehouses around the country. When it comes to new jobs, now an e-commerce facility in Lebanon is holding a hiring event tomorrow. XPO Logistics is looking to fill more than 150 positions. Tomorrow's job fair goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 135 South Mount Zion Road. You're encouraged to apply online ahead of time, but walk-ins are also welcome. For more information, go to hiringhoosiers.com. We'll be right back.
The Pacers return to the court tomorrow against the Memphis Grizzlies, and the blue and gold will be looking to bounce back after a bad loss last night. Our Brad Brown has reaction.
For the first 40 minutes of Sunday night's game, the Pacers had pretty much everything falling in their favor. They led by as many as 20 points, up 16 with 8 minutes remaining.
I have a lot of belief in the starting crew on this team. You know what I mean? I have a lot of belief on the guys that come off the bench. Just didn't work out the combination-wise there in the second half.
The numbers spell out a dismal finish. The Pacers were outscored 31-6 in that last 8 minutes. Attempted only 6 field goals, made just 1. 5 turnovers, 2 shots blocked. The chances of winning anything with that, 0.
I just think we settled on the three-point line a lot. I mean, obviously they're a great defensive team, and the 2-3 was working for them, so that's why they kept going to it. But I just think we settled and shot a lot of threes instead of attacking.
Kind of just stood around and passed to each other, but credit them for throwing a zone at us. I'm not sure we were expecting it, and that's on us as players. You know, we gotta be better.
But those final 8 minutes may be the worst stretch of basketball they've played this season. And you cannot do that against the 76ers, who have the best record in the Eastern Conference.
Move on. The season is a 72-game season, so that's the beauty and the curse of the sport. If you win, you got to move on. If you lose, you got to move on to the next.
The Pacers have some tough opponents over the next couple weeks. They're home against Memphis tomorrow night, then right up to Milwaukee on Wednesday to face the Bucks. The Pelicans and Jazz will be here this weekend on Friday and Sunday. Next week, a road back-to-back in Brooklyn and Detroit. Brad Brown, WRTV Sports.
Association's Life is Why campaign.
A dry day tomorrow, a windy day with those winds gusting out of the north. That's a cold direction. We'll manage 31 for the high. There are your wind gusts 20 to 25, which will make it feel like the teens. But no matter how cold it feels tomorrow, that's nothing compared to where we'll be late weekend and early next week. Cold, cold, cold. Amanda?
Get ready to bundle up. Thanks for making WRTV your choice for news. Good Morning Indiana starts at 4:30. Good night.